A New York couple has been on quite the emotional roller coaster. First, the joy of giving birth to twin boys, then quickly realizing someone had made a huge mistake. Now they're suing. Here's Meg Oliver.
An unidentified New York couple spent more than $100,000 on in vitro fertilization. But when the Asian American parents had their twin boys in March, neither baby was of Asian descent. The lawsuit claims genetic testing confirmed the babies belonged to two other couples. The infants had to be returned to the biological parents. The lawsuit names co-owners of Cha Fertility Center, Dr. Joshua Berger and Simon Hong, as responsible for the, quote, unimaginable mishap.
If there's anybody in the world that can come close to understanding, it's probably us.
In 2009, Carolyn and Sean Savage experienced a similar heartbreak after learning the baby they had conceived through IVF was not theirs. The Savages carried the baby to term before giving him to his biological parents.
First thing I thought of was just my heart bleeding for this other couple and the experience that they're going through and the devastation of the loss. It totally brought me back 10 years ago.
More than 1.2 million babies since 1985 have been born in the U.S. through IVF or similar technologies. Recent headlines about clinics destroying or mixing up embryos raise valid questions about the painstaking process.
I cannot express how utterly unacceptable this situation is. Protocols need to be followed, and they need to be taken seriously.
Well, for parents who want a baby and struggle to conceive, it can be an emotional roller coaster. And for two couples, that journey took an unthinkable turn. CBS's Maria Villarreal has the story of an IVF mix-up.
We kind of dreamed of two girls, but
For 3 years, Daphne and Alexander Cardinale tried to have a second child. Finally, with IVF, they were thrilled to welcome a baby girl in September 2019. But immediately, Alexander felt something was wrong.
When was the point where you said, something's not right?
I had a weird, sort of a gut reaction when she was born. It wasn't anything logical. It was just like an instinct.
2 months later, a DNA test confirmed their worst fear. The infant was not their biological daughter. Daphne was implanted with a stranger's embryo, who in turn received theirs. That woman, who wishes to remain anonymous, gave birth a week earlier to the Cardinale's biological daughter.
when I found out she wasn't mine, so I poured more love into her. I don't know. Maybe I was just clinging to her. But I was just so scared I was going to lose her, which I ultimately did.
And the Cardinales felt robbed of their time with their biological daughter.
We had to play a lot of catch up.
While the babies were returned to their biological parents, the couple is now suing their physician, California Center for Reproductive Health, and a third-party embryology lab for alleged misconduct, including medical malpractice and negligence. According to the complaint, CCRH thought that the embryos had gotten mixed up when an embryology lab, In Vitro Tech, was taking biopsies to send in for genetic testing.